Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.
Yo, people, we're back with another episode of the Gunnaz Podcast. We're recording this on Sunday after the Tottenham Man City, whatever that was. I don't know if it was a game. But what was our 3 points on the top of the table? 2 points, 2 points ahead. Liverpool.
Yeah, 2 points ahead of Liverpool.
So yeah, we're building up. Welcome Kareem. Yeah. Let's just jump straight into it.
Yeah. Player ratings: Arsenal versus Wolves. The game. Try refresh my memory. So yeah, it was a dominant game, bro. Free flowing. One of the first times this season we really see that type of football, free flowing, attacking. It was just so fluent, bro. Also, the first time this season we scored in the first 15 minutes, so maybe that's the reason why it was so shocking. Like when the second goal went in, I was like, yo, is that next Lance, bro? Is that next Lance fam? But then the team settled on easy, second half forward, and to be honest, I didn't watch most of the second half because I was busy on the road. But Eddie in Ketia, dog. I touch on the stream, bro. Like, me I say, I catch the last few. Touch on the screen, I say, where I lead 2-1. Me I say, wait, when we concede. Then I see this dog get played through as I go up on it, But I see Odegaard one step over, ball through. And I say, all right, see it, a game done. Man slap off the post, dog. We will get to him still, but Arsenal just always find a way to make the game get exciting at the last 15. So, yeah, over to Kareem. Thoughts on the match?
So I echo your statement. It was comfortable until it wasn't, and it didn't need to become uncomfortable. So I'm not sure. I think that's the one thing that we're missing as a team. But overall, solid performance. We're going to get into it. We have to have a conversation about Zinchenko and about Nketiah, but other than that, I can't follow.
All right. Dylan?
No, I mean, kind of like this was still like, yeah, the conversation about Zinchenko. Zinchenko, especially for me, needs to be had. Like, I don't know. I don't really expect much more from Eddie. But that's what, 2-2 that he has gotten through, and he thinks that he's him. Can't kill him because we had other players doing something similar. But yeah, I think let's jump into it.
All right, Raya. I'll start off with you. No, Kareem. I'll start off with Kareem and Raya. I'm here too much for you. With Raya. So
yeah, you can ask Dylan about Raya because it's automatic then. So not much that he could have done about the goal conceded, but I think he's growing into it. So he seems pretty much ready to jump on being the number one. I would give him a between a 7 and an 8, so 7.5.
7.5. Just before we move on, though, I'm just go and look. He had one high claim, one. So is this thing with me and Dylan? Anyone who's been watching, Dylan loves to talk about his high claim, so he didn't really have a lot to do in this game. His distribution was good as usual.
The one-on-one save.
One-on-one save. So yeah, let's say right.
Wait, can I say something about him, please?
Move.
Yo, you watch Ben Foster?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Like YouTube?
Yeah. So Ben Foster was talking about Ramsdale and Raya, right? But the point that he made is that when you're making a one-on-one save, like the point is just to make yourself big. And you make the player make the decision before you do, right? And when I watch how Raya like put out his foot, and bro, Raya's 6 feet tall, and the way he made himself bigger, I was like, yo, Ben Foster, just eat up your words, because he was like, oh, Raya's not really good at that, and that's like, oh, Ramsdale, and I'm just like, bro, like, you know. Huh?
Remember say him and Ramsdale are charging, you know?
Right.
You forget.
So, no, I'm just saying, but like, you know, like, I feel like in the last couple games, I feel like he's settling even more and more. And yeah, couldn't do anything for the goal, bro. Like, but anyways, we'll get to the person that's.
So starting off with you, since it's 2-1 away, because me I go defend him, but me I allow Uno to talk first. Dylan, we can start off with the Zinchenko.
I don't think it was that bad, but I think for such an experienced player, he makes some really poor decisions at times. You can see clearly why he doesn't play 90 minutes consistently. Because it's like his focus just goes, and it's extremely annoying for me. But I guess he also plays on that line as well, where if the pass goes off, it can be considered brilliance, but when it doesn't happen, then it can put you in a tricky position. But he made an assist. Like, it wasn't a bad game. It was just sometimes at that point we're so in control of the game that there was no reason to really force the order right there and right then. You get what I mean? Because that was like one of three like huge mistakes that he made. And if Martinelli wasn't the type of player he was, then what would have happened? But Raya saved him. And then the third one, like nobody could save him for that one. So, my issue is like, yeah, one mistake is fine. But when you have made three, at some point you're going to have to like, kind of like reconsider what you're doing. So I guess for that reason, I'd give him a 5. I saw Don Robbie gave him a 3. I think that's a little bit too harsh. But he did make a good assist. But yeah, I think it was like a 8 going forward, and then like a 3 or 4 in the back. So that's why I'd give him a 5.
All right, Kareem on Zinchenko.
Yeah. So it's a running theme. I say with Zinchenko, you either get brilliance or complete rubbish. But to go into that a bit more, it's like he fades. So I don't know if he has the same type of concentration thing, but he fades badly. So we're really missing Timber because like how Tomiyasu versus Ben White gives Arteta a good kind of selection headache on the right. We don't really have that kind of. We need a bit more of the option, so that we know. So we at this point in time we know that Zinchenko is not going to be. You can't depend on him to have a solid game 100% of the time throughout. Yes, mistakes are going to happen, but it's a pattern at this point in time. It could have been worse. So. He did produce going forward. It could have been worse. Thankfully, it wasn't. So yeah, I think a 4 is based on his defensive display. A 4 is fair.
All right. So with the ratings, I don't have any problem with that, right? I want to give him a 6. Because listen, I didn't interrupt you, bro. I did not interrupt you, dog.
That's all right. You could have. You could have like. If I was
the thing is, bro. You guys were saying you made 3 mistakes, so I don't see it as 3 mistakes. So the one that Raya saved him, for me, he had it covered, and Saliba was the one who went and invaded his space. If you guys remember, right? So Saliba kind of came across, ran in front of him, and then Zinchenko like towed the ball through, and then Hwang. He was in front of Hwang already. If you guys go watch back the replay, he was already in front of Hwang. If Saliba had just stayed put and just jockeyed, Zinchenko would have played the ball back. So I don't see that as Zinchenko's fault.
Yeah, but you can also argue that, there's a level of trust that is between the other 3 in the back line that is just not there with Zinchenko. Like, I think, as Kareem said, I think all of them in the back line, Rice included, thinks that Zinchenko can have a complete moment of madness.
Nah, bro, in this situation, I can't defend Saliba in that case. He had it covered. Hwang wasn't really threatening him in like that. He just needed to reach the ball and pass it off. So for me, Saliba, it was more like Saliba's fault right there for me, to be honest. As a centre back as well, I didn't see the need for him to run over there if Zinchenko had it covered. So yeah, the other one that you were saying Martinelli saved him, I didn't see that. As I said, I wasn't watching the full game. And then the second one, sometimes you have to give like teams credit, bro. He had the ball. Remember, Rice could have cleared the ball first, right? The same thing that you're telling Zinchenko that he could have done, which is clear the ball. Rice could have cleared the ball. And instead he passed it 5 yards away to Zinchenko. Now, when he passed the ball to Zinchenko, Zinchenko had a man running behind him, and he had a man running this way, and he's facing this way. That means he would have to kick the ball with his right foot. We know that he's not a right-footed player. So it's like in catching coward, bro. It happens. I wouldn't say it's a lapse of judgment, but sometimes you have to give the other team credit, bro. They press him well in that situation. Me would say me I blame Rice, but in a situation like that, Rice shouldn't have given him the ball right there with so much people around him. You see me? So me I think me kind of think the Zinchenko thing here we kind of go overboard for this game. Cause we are trying to take it as each game goes. You see me? But for this game, you know, if the man did make a real mistake, me would have been the first one to diss him there. But more I'm just look upon them things and me I say, right, just clear the ball, this and that the need for pass. And then me I look upon it and me I say, Saliba, why you got invade the man's space and him have it covered? You see me? So
I don't. Sometimes I buy arguments, but not today, bro. Like I think that if because you have played football, if you have a player in your back line, bro, that you feel is weak, you're going to go and help them.
No, but not in possession.
I don't know, bro.
Well,
Zinchenko is in possession. And the two mistakes that you guys are talking about was in possession. So why wouldn't Saliba trust him? You see me? So
Because I mean, for me, he does always have a moment of madness, bro. Like every game, him do something that is just like no, and it's not even like after 60 minutes, you know, bro. And if you saw the Martinelli mistake, he was dribbling out, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like the man he's like him just lackadaisical, like he was like, oh, the Emirates is so pretty, and then the man gone to the ball, right? It's like, and then because he gave up, you know.
That's how he is.
Like he was like, oh, Jano, well, Karen that down still. Mm-hmm. And then you see Martinelli shot it, bro. Like, I don't like that. Like, you know, like, for me, like, I understand that we're trying to play through and I understand all of that. But, bro, like, the man he is a liability. He is he looks like the weak link on the day. And I don't know if you can attest, Kareem, but he looked like the weak link. If they were going to get anything from that game, it was going to be Zinchenko. Nobody else. Not even when Havertz making mistake, bro.
I agree. We can come back to Havertz as well, but yeah, I agree on that. And so even weak foot or not, I don't think it takes unless it's like a Robin type, like where the other foot is just completely useless. I mean, a clearance should be baseline. So I don't know. In that moment, it's like I guess the self-preservation just doesn't really set in for Zinchenko like it does for other people. And so I don't know. I think he gets a pass because he brings a lot offensively to the team. But yeah, I wouldn't want to depend on him long term.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because remember. Just to finish it off, remember he is a midfielder. Let's not forget that this guy is a midfielder.
Then why did he break into midfield?
Yeah, watching the doesn't finish. He is a midfielder playing in left back. For top teams, he can't make the midfield for top teams like Man City and Arsenal, right? But at the end of the day, he is a midfielder, right? So him kind of take them risks there, bro. So just rest in case, bro. The man been there on a good farm.
Bro, listen, any other player in the back line, you'd have dig into them, bro.
You know, I said the only reason why this is because the man sell Raya clean sheet. You know, I said that's the only reason dig into the man.
You know, I would have said something if it was about the clean sheet. There's nothing that he could have done for the goal. Like, that's true for me. But it's like, you know, the attack did everything that they could have done, right? Well,
no.
The starting attackers did everything that they could have done, right?
Not the starting attackers, yeah.
Right? Rice did everything that he could possibly do. Saliba played a good game. Gabriel played a great game, right? Raya played a decent game.
Let's get into two of them then, the centre-back partners.
All right. Kareem, go ahead.
Nothing much to complain about. So yeah, they had some shaky moments, but I don't have any complaints out of this game for the centre back pairing. So I'd give them both a 8.
Yeah, and I think for me, like Saliba is just kind of coasting. My problem is like I wish we had somebody else to rotate Saliba with to manage his minutes because you know there's a part of him that he's still young at the end of the day. Like as much as he looks mature, I wish there was a little competition. Like because in these games, man, just a coast. Like and it's a good thing up until a certain point, if you get what I mean. Because like you don't want him to be losing focus and coasting in some of the big games that we're playing in the Champions League. Because I feel like the man feel like him spot secure. So I don't know. It's not really a critique, it's just like something that I see and I hope it doesn't affect us down the line in the season.
But yeah, even my dad was saying that this morning, like, yo, not for the competition per se, but just for like resting. Sometimes we don't want Saliba fair play. Like in play if I'm wrong, every single Premier League and Champions League game this season. And we have 8 games that come up in the month here, bro. This was the first game, so we have 7 more left. Bro, the schedule there is gusting. So hopefully everybody can come through well. So yeah, I could go over into Tommy Asuka. Him did come off with like a suspected injury. Rating Dylan.
I mean, it was a good, decent performance, but as I said to you, the last episode, I can't be sold by Saliba because Saliba Tommy Asa sells dreams, bro. Like every time Tommy Asa start playing good, you just see the man drop down and injured, bro. So like, being reliable is the best asset, bro. So I guess for me, it was like, I think he probably put down an 8 performance. But when I see the man get injured, it's just like, yeah, man, see here again. This is why. So
apparently, it wasn't injury; it was fatigue. So it was a precaution.
Yeah, but when you sit down on the ground if you have fatigue, like what do you think? It's not.
Yeah, craft.
Huh?
Man, come out. Man need to come off. I feel so. The man just go around, bro. Craft,
Okay, all right. Well.
What they are, nobody need to talk about the fact says Zinchenko did a ball first half, bro. Him get an assist as well. Him, Trossard.
I literally said that though. Just go back.
You never exaggerate it like how you exaggerate the defensive madness.
Yeah, because Zinchenko, in my mind, plays left back in our block, right? So his first role is defending. Right, we scored 2 goals and we parked the bus from 15 minutes. So we spent 75 minutes defending. So yeah, I'm going to talk more about the defense than the attack.
Awesome. All right. So agree 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna say something, Kareem?
Oh, that's for Tommy Asu?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to also say Tommy Asu's, to learn the attacking football that Arteta is demanding, I think Tommy also has been adjusting fantastically. So it's probably at the point. So I think I saw it somewhere where Ben White will basically have to play his way back into the team.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as Tommy also can keep fit and keep this kind of level of game up, then that's all. It's only going to be good.
I rate it, man. Come the rate to me, I just the injuries, bro. And him ceiling for me even higher than Ben White because him can play left back. Listen, bro, the man can play left back, he can play right back, he can play centre back. He's starting for his country. He's a mainstay in his country. So Ben White gonna be one of them players that Arsenal fans love, but the media, the English personnel, people like that might easily forget him. There's any him gonna be the type of guy there, especially because of the fact that him now see the England team right now. So yeah, bro, for me, Tommy has to have a higher ceiling if he can stay fit. Because
no, I just can't buy that argument, bro. Like I feel like we're forgetting who Ben White is, bro.
I wasn't dissing him. I was just.
No, it's not an insult, but I take it as an insult because Ben White is him, bro. Like when you watch Ben White and the things that he go through, bro. Like I don't know. I just feel like Ben White is the reason that one of the key reasons that we're here, and it's not Tomiyasu, bro. For sure, it's not. Because every time Tomiyasu play, bro, get him on 5 games, 5 starts. You know what's happening next. It's like Reece James.
Bro, like you forget Tomiyasu, how refreshing it was when Ben White was playing centre back and Tomiyasu was playing right back. He did that for almost.
How long
He
did
did that. Hold on. He did that for almost half a season before he picked up the first injury.
Oh, okay.
So that's more than 5 games, sir.
How much games did Ben White play last season?
Bro,
Okay, move on. Reliability is the first part.
All right, bro. So where I go with Rice now? Kareem.
So I don't know. It's very difficult to kind of rate Declan Rice because you could pick any of the games which he has been involved with, and he's a man of the match contender. So it's like a cheat code, but I think that just kind of shows you Declan Rice's level. I would say 8, but it's a very high 8.
Cool. Trossard and Odegaard. We don't need to hear from you with Rice, Dylan, dog. Right.
Yeah, I mean, Trossard, it's hard to grade because it's so new, and he's adjusting. I wish he scored. But I mean, he was doing what we've been calling for, shoot, linking up the play well. It's kind of like what we saw when Rice was playing against Man City in the Community Shield. You had a defensive midfielder, in another part of the pitch, and he had another defensive midfielder, back. So, yeah, it was similar. Like Trossard was linking up the play. I think he got minutes today because I think Havertz will play against Luton. So I think Mikel is trying to rotate and manage that. So I mean, I won't say I was impressed, but it was a decent performance. I'd give him a 7.
7.
Odegaard, good game. I think, there's some times that he was picking out some passes that I felt like he was just trying to force the order too much. But I guess that's a part of us having a creative player. Like, I've gotten so used to having so many system players. But, I just don't want to see him hot and cold. Like, if you're going to the flip-flop, this moment, then you're going to go on a couple of games where everything is precise passing. Like, I just want to see a run of games where Odegaard is doing a role again. But I guess for this game, I'd give him an 8. I wouldn't give him a 9. It was nice seeing him collecting the ball from Raya and turning. Like, that was, when I saw him collecting the ball on the half turn, I was like, it looks so clean. Like, but yeah, it was almost as good as Partey on the half turn, to be honest.
Nah, go on, dog. Yo, more I have to worry for you, dog. Before we go on to Kareem, I want to say something about Trossard. We might not see the stats or so when he's playing in the position there. But trust me, it allows us to be more of a threat when he's there. The reason why, for me, is because if you notice, if Rice is playing there, Havertz is playing there, Arsenal is heavily situated on the right side. We have play heavily over on the right side. And that's mainly because Rice isn't as technical as Odegaard, or Havertz isn't as technical as Odegaard. So we now will keep the ball over that side for long periods and try to break down a team over there for long periods. Now out goes Rice and Havertz and in comes Trossard, and we have a balance in terms of having 2 creative technical players on each side, and we can bring the ball over there, rotate it, and the team that we're playing against is just going to be worn out. You see me, bro? So I love see Trossard there, bro. So I love seeing the 2 technical players in the 8th position. And some way, somehow, like, me used to feel like, it would be too much of a risk. But Rice just make it. Man is just a wall, bro. The man just a sweep up everything. So right now, it's not even risky, dog. So more continue.
I think that, saying that Rice is not as technical as Trossard is like, it feel like a little bit of a snub to me still. Like it depends on like what you define as technical.
Tight spaces, left foot, right foot, shots.
Yeah, but
Passing.
I think that if Rice had the opportunity not to worry about his back line while Georgina is playing there, I think we'd see more. Because the man is the technical ability for him to dribble. Like,
Yeah,
no
but
one
I'm
in a
talking
time, but Trossard
Yeah.
can.
Bro, both of them are highly technical players. So don't I know why you get me wrong when me I say, but me I talk about in the left eight position when we are play against a low block. You know want Rice there. You know where am I go dribble go? Where am I go run go? You see me? If you talk about long passing, long shots, left foot, right foot, for sure that's Rice. But me I talk about when we are play against a low block in tight spaces, on a half turn, linking up them little thing there, that's not for Rice, bro. Trust me. That's the
Yeah,
type
I guess
of
it's more talking about the more intricate side of the game, like
yeah,
picking it
bro.
up. But
So
yeah, you can't snub Rice, bro. In transition, I'm taking Rice over Trossard every single day of the year.
yeah, but that was my point. So yeah, dog. Kareem, Odegaard, and Trossard. Trust me.
Yeah, I actually think Odegaard is so he's getting back into it, but I think he had an excellent game. Trossard, I don't know if it's because it's the I guess the final points of the number 8 role that he has to kind of get used to or kind of bed into it, but I wasn't really very impressed in that role just as yet. I saw potential, but I didn't see it immediately. Maybe that or maybe he was being pressed. I thought he would be more like a Cazorla-esque, couldn't get the ball off of him type of thing. But yeah, it was a bit. He seemed a bit overwhelmed to me.
And he wasn't really dribbling like how he usually dribbles, But you can understand that, like, it'll take time and confidence, and maybe it's instruction too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe over the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe over the festive period, like he'll start to come into it. Depends on what, but yeah, it was a okay showing. Could have gotten a lot better, but yeah, as you said though, Rice being there allows for a lot more experimentation from Arteta. Because I am not quite sure what it is. I don't know if it is that he just interprets the space or somebody dribbling at him to that degree of level, because it's as though he will just kind of show up and the opposition player just gives up, say, all right, fine, it's your ball. So yeah, so I saw that multiple times. I saw it during the Champions League game in a week. I saw it yesterday as well. So that kind of ability to win the ball without even having to make a tackle is huge in transition. So yeah, that's why I say it's very difficult to grade Rice because he's always putting man of the match performances in.
So we're going 8 right across for the midfield.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, let's go the front three. Dylan, thoughts?
Jesus, I just wish he was, actual striker. I wish he. I mean, I watched the actual interview with him, like translated properly, and he was just saying that he has been secretly working. Well, I'd hope it's not a secret that he's working on his finishing. Or maybe the secret is that because it's not getting better fast enough. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to see more from Jesus still. Like the whole of play was great. I just want, like, I feel like he's really frustrating to watch because, like, he will get a shot and he takes it like he's a winger. If you get what I mean, like, him don't own it like a striker. Like, him just gonna put him foot through it and then you just want it on target. So yeah, but I give him a solid like 7.5. Overall, I wasn't too impressed with this game, to be honest. This is why my ratings are so low today. Martinelli, I think, was on it. I felt sorry for him for the ball hitting the post. I give him a 7.58 as well. But Saka, bro, this guy is just racking up numbers and numbers, bro. Like the man, like, you know, like when you look at him, like you still remember like when him just bust on the scene. Like I can't say when he was young because we're like almost the same age, but you know, like when him just bust on the scene, bro. And the man did look like a regular youth in him blue Mercury. I was like just excited to play.
Mm.
When you look at the man, bro, the man is humongous, bro. Like the man just strong. But yeah, bro, I think I'd give Saka a 8.5, bro. Like he's just taking responsibility in a different way, and I think like the way he just smile, it gives us like, and the English video makes us feel like he's still a kid. But the man is like, he's a big man, like a world class right winger, bro. Probably the best in the world right now. So, yeah, bro, I was impressed with Saka.
All right, cool. So Saka, your man of the match then, with the highest rating for you,
How much did I give Rice?
8.
Oh, well, I give Rice 8.5. Rice is my man of the match.
All right, cool. Kareem.
Yeah. So something which I've noticed of late as well with Saka is that the ability to get, or well, the ability of the opposing team to get the ball off of him seems to be diminishing more and more. So I don't know if it's something he's been working on, but that's hugely impressive. And coupled with his finishing, so I've been, when you see other channels out there and they're saying about Saka's form has been suffering, and I'm wondering what they're talking about, because how are you suffering and you're on your way to 20 goal involvements so far in the season?
For the mid part of the season.
Yeah, and I don't understand. But yeah, he's becoming a force of nature. So I'm not sure if there's anything which Arteta can do to kind of help to counter the double up or the low block that he faces from time to time, to just unleash him even more. But yeah, very, very, very high. I not quite Declan Rice high. So I agree with Dylan. Declan Rice is still the man of the match, but Saka still scores at 8. I would say 8 across the front three. I'm not really going to. Jesus is who he is. We knew that going in, he will provide chaos and magic, but I wouldn't trust him with that happening. Yeah.
For me, I don't even know what to say about Jesus, because the thing is, we don't see him over a full season. So, like when he was at City, he wasn't really playing regularly, like as a starter, but him still did get 15 goals a season, 14 goals a season, thereabout, right? I know he's our regular striker and we still can't get to see him because of that injury. So, I'm still hesitant to say, yo, this guy can't be a main striker. But yeah, just on the game itself, like the man hold up play for Saka goal. Imagine if that was Eddie, which I will go into next. Eddie just get the ball, Eddie want to just turn and kick in, and no matter which part that going on. The man just take it calm. Saka with it. Saka like him force that through the two of the man them, bro.
Bro, Saka's a better right foot than Eddie. Don't tell me.
Trust dog.
Don't tell me anything, dog.
Saka
like the man weaker foot better than Eddie.
The man force that through and just hold it calm, dog, and just wait for him and flick it. You see me, bro?
And the way he took it, bro, was like, I was like, wow.
World class, bro. World class hold up play, dog. World class hold up play, bro. Kareem.
Yeah, no, so one more point about Jesus. So I don't know if it's a Brazilian thing, but like if you watch a replay of Jesus and you see sections where I would say, why take the shot, no, shoot right there, and Jesus will be like, no, wait, and probably send the next defender go slide in or something like that, and he still has the moment, he still has the opportunity, but he has just kind of crafted it again for himself, and that's not something which I think he can replicate. So yeah, I'm quite content with Gabriel Jesus leading the line. That's not something you can just find there. So I'm fine if his output isn't as high, if he will continue to bring everybody else into it.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, let's head right into the bench now before we wrap up. We'll talk about Kivior, Ben White, and Georgina.
Bro, the one thing I want to say about Kivior though, because I was kind of waiting, bro. The man has the perfect opportunity to force himself into the team. You realize that still, like, and every time the man come on, like, I don't know if it's his personality, but the man does look like, just grateful for the minutes, you know, big up Michael, you know.
He's happy to be here.
Yeah, like, the man just, and I'm just like, bro, like, when you play for Poland, you're so good. Where's that dog, bro?
The man happy, bro. Claudia already that. There's him, bro. Right.
That's what I was going to say now.
The man happy, dog. The man have no problems, bro. Very, very happy player, dog. So, yeah, Ben White, Kivior, Georgina, standard fives. You don't want to know about them, Kareem.
That's all right.
All right, so we are talking about Havertz and Nketiah. Kareem, you did want to say something about Havertz?
Yeah. So Arsenal has had their fair share of confidence players. It seems like Havertz just fits straight in there because since he came up with the winner last EPL game, he has seemed like a transformed human being. So yeah, long may continue. Granted, I'd much prefer if there was a baseline than him be just reliant on his confidence.
All right. And Eddie.
Reaction.
Yeah,
It's like when it asks a teacher for your report card and it's like it's like bless.
we need an introduction for Eddie because this is your bread and butter. This is what you train for. You are supposed to be king of the penalty area. This is what you are in the part where you are this striker for Arsenal Football Club.
14 in your back.
Yeah, man. 14. Yeah, man. It was significantly easier to score. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
And I get it, to be honest. Because when you watch bro, me I go be honest, dog. I'm not dissing here, dog. But you see when we look back on the replay, there was a half a second of him being hesitant, and that's the reason why I hit the post. If that was Suarez, the moment the ball reached upon him 2 point, it'll get 2 past the keeper. But Eddie, him just feel like say, all right, me I go kick on it off a score. So him wait, him set it, and by the time he kick the angle lock down. Bro, we need somebody who hungry for goal, dog. Or you feel sit down on bench. You see me? And you come on and you get that on back, dog. Better you want, better. That's why I'm used to rate Origi, you know. Origi used to always make clap of a team or something. Even though him still would get a game, but him always have to make clap say, yo, the youth you always score the dog. You see me? More than like Eddie for be like, Giroud used to be when Abadi come in. No. Giroud used to be when Lakadi come in. Always I give something even though him not start. Make the coach have to think. Make the coach have to say, yo, John, dog. You see me? But this brother, my worst thing Arsenal to go get a brother 100k dog a week. Like you know the man sweet, calm and rosing, bro. You see me? So yeah, I'm nothing to say about him Dylan before we end.
Bro, I mean Nketiah, bro, like it's like a sore topic that. But you know the thing? Remember at the start of the season we're saying, yo, we could sell Eddie to a mid-table club. Bro, I don't know which one would buy him, bro.
We can't do it now.
I don't know which, bro. The more he plays, is like invalid does it. Just a crash, bro. Like I'm like, bro. Like if you score that, right, you're in contention to play Luton because it's Luton.
Bro, Eddie didn't even a start for Palace and Palace the way. Right now, Palace at 12. Right now, he is a starter for a team anywhere in between place 20th and place 13th. Him can't get in a Palace, Brentford, Chelsea, West Ham, Brighton are upwards.
Maybe West Ham.
Elite quality.
Maybe West Ham. Maybe.
And the thing is, if West Ham go buy somebody, West Ham now look on Eddie first for buy at that. Them can get something better out there. But yeah, let's just end it on this. We'll play Luton on Tuesday. Predictions.
We got Mikel Arteta since Declan never wants to rate him.
Yeah, man. We give him you can't really blame Arteta, dog.
No,
So.
and Mikel said in the press conference that he was like, I did everything for them to get a 6-0. And it's true. Like, you know, say there's nothing more we could have do. Like, the players have to do it, bro. Like, we could have won that game like 5-6 easily.
Yeah, dog. So, we'll give him a 9. But yeah, Dylan, prediction for Luton.
Oh, it's a home game.
No, away.
It's
Yeah,
away.
it's at home.
It's an away game.
It is at home. 2-0.
2-0. All right.
2-0, like a 3-1. Like, those are always my predictions when we go away. But I can see us keeping a clean sheet. But I can also see us conceding the one screamer, you know, or like give a penalty or some foolishness. So, yeah.
All right. Kareem, prediction.
I said 3-0 with Trossard. Trossard will get involved in the score sheet somehow.
Get in. One, trust him. So yeah, we have come to the end of this video. The player.
Predicted 11?
Huh?
Predicted 11?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, what do you think the predicted 11 is? Is a question.
Well, Brian for starters.
The same.
That's easy.
The same team for me. Who else? Maybe Havertz in for Trossard because of the height. But otherwise, I'm going to see any other change. Maybe keep you for Zinchenko.
You don't feel like White gonna get a start? White must get a start, bro.
No, not really. Him still a nurse something based on the news I'm see so. Yeah, dog. I don't really think so.
I'm sure Eddie gonna get a start as well.
Yeah.
Eddie?
Yeah. It's Mikel, bro. It's him son. Bro, you can't this son, you know, bro.
Brother, if Eddie start with this Arteta, brother, no jokes, dog. Brother, and don't take Luton light, you know. The man them draw with pool at them yard, and the man them only lose 1-0 to Spurs. And even though Spurs is supposed to give them 7, they did it. But in the don't take the man them like, bro, which Eddie and Jesus fit and Trossard fit. The most sick in on it, dog.
That's the exact reason. Because they're son.
I'm gonna diss him, bro. But yeah, guys, that's it for this episode. As you're seeing below, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend. Go and check out all the different playlists that we'll have. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.